Hello everyone, this is what we have so far. The month item, week item, and date item right now are all static content. I'm going to make the functions in configuring the different data for each of the item here. So say, let's start with month item. First of all, I want to have a reference to the month label. So say, let me drag this as an IP outlet to our NX collection view item and call it month build. And then I'm going to create a method for configure. And then this would be setting month year. Let's start with an NS state like this, and by calling this configure method, it will set the month field.string value to the date. We can start with just printing out the date here. And then now in the calendar view, let's see, there is an error here. Okay, so this should be month. And then in the calendar view, I'm going to call the configure method. At this point, the item for represent object. So let's say let me put the item here, which is NS collection with item, and then here equals to item, and let's see, it will return the item. Each of the section here will be returning the subclass of NS collection view item. So I'm going to set this up like this. And within the month section, I'm going to check with the item to see whether it is each and month item class. If it is, I'm going to call the configure method and pass in the date here. Say, for example, it is created as an NSDate object, and this will represent today at the current moment. Let me try to run this. So now the month label turns out to be the date today, but it is not wide enough, so it's not showing the full date. Let me adjust the width here a little bit. Say, make it wide enough, and let me add some constraint to it as well. Also to the width, I'm going to set the constraint for the tool size. Run this again. So it is not printing the string representation of the NS state. And then let me set for the week item, just like before. Connect this as an IP outlet and call it week build. Then add the function here, configure, and say it takes in the string of the week that we make up outside, and then set it to the week field dot string value equals to week. In the calendar view, I will call the configure method like this. And then configure. I will first pass in a hardcode value, Monday for now, but I'm going to get the different week values from another class I will be creating. Let's try running the configure method to see whether it displays as Monday. So it is okay right now. So nothing for the date item. Basically doing the same thing again. And this time, as the date will be changing in different items, I'm going to generate the date outside and pass into here. But the date I'm passing in would be an integer. So I can take it as integer here and display it to the date field.string value like this. I'm assuming the day passing in will start with 1. So if the month has 30 days, the value of the day integer here will be ranging from 1 to 30. So say go back to calendar view. Before we calculate the value of day, just configure it with random value, say 1 right now, just hardcode it. So we are having it here. Basically, it is passing the right value as we hardcode. Say I'm going to set up the week values using the dynamic data. I will first create a helper class. I can put it under helpers and then create a file. I'm going to call this, let's say, put in the helpers folder first, and I'm going to call it HN Canada. In here, as a class implementation, I want to create a static variable called week, which is an array of string that has the value coming back from any state formatter. Sort with date symbols string. This will return the values of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to us as a short form. So now if I go back to the main calendar view, in the configure method, remove the hardcoded value and make use of HN calendar bulk week. Since it is an array, we can pass in an integer to get the different week values. We can pass in the index path.item here to grab those values. Let me try to run this now. And here is what it shows from Sunday, Monday, all the way to Saturday. Tomorrow, we will continue to customize the value or to format the value for the month and then the date here. Talk to you soon.